Aloha! This is lesson 155 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. I will step back and let Him lead the way. There is a way of living in the world that is not here, although it seems to be. You do not change appearance, though you smile more frequently. Your forehead is serene, your eyes are quiet, and the ones who walk the world as you do recognize their own. Yet those who have not yet perceived the way will recognize you also, and believe that you are like them, as you were before. The world is an illusion. Those who choose to come to it are seeking for a place where they can be illusions and avoid their own reality. Yet when they find their own reality is even here, then they step back and let it lead the way. What other choice is really theirs to make? To let illusions walk ahead of truth is madness, but to let illusions sink behind the truth and let the truth stand forth as what it is merely sanity. This is the simple choice we make today. The mad illusion will remain a while in evidence for those to look upon who chose to come and have not yet rejoiced to find that they were mistaken in their choice. They cannot learn directly from the truth because they have denied that it is so, and so they need a teacher who perceives their madness, but who still can look beyond illusion to the simple truth in them. If truth demanded they give up the world, it would appear to them as if it asked the sacrifice of something that is real. Many have chosen to renounce the world while still believing its reality, and they have suffered from a sense of loss and have not been released accordingly. Others have chosen nothing but the world, and they have suffered from a sense of loss still deeper, which they did not understand. Between these paths, there is another road that leads away from loss of every kind, for sacrifice and deprivation both are quickly left behind. This is the way appointed for you now. You walk this path as others walk, nor do you seem to be distinct from them, although you are indeed. Thus can you serve them while you serve yourself, and set their footsteps on the way that God has opened up to you, and then through you. Illusion still appears to cling to you, that you may reach them, yet it has stepped back. And it is not illusion that they hear you speak of, nor illusion that you bring their eyes to look on and their minds to grasp. Nor can the truth, which walks ahead of you, speak to them through illusions. For the road leads past illusions now, while on the way you call to them that they may follow you. All roads will lead to this one in the end. For sacrifice and deprivation are paths that lead nowhere, choices for defeat, and aims that will remain impossible. All this steps back as truth comes forth in you, to lead your brothers from the ways of death and set them on the way to happiness. Their suffering is but illusion, yet they need a guide to lead them out of it, for they mistake illusion for the truth. Such is salvation's call and nothing more. It asks that you accept the truth and let it go before you, lighting up the path of ransom from illusion. It is not a ransom with a price. There is no cost but only gain. Illusion can but seem to hold in chains the Holy Son of God. It is but from illusions he is saved. As they step back, he finds himself again. Walk safely now, yet carefully, because this path is new to you, and you may find that you are tempted still to walk ahead of truth and let illusions be your guide. Your holy brothers have been given you to follow in your footsteps as you walk with certainty of purpose to the truth. It goes before you now, that they may see something with which they can identify, something they understand to lead the way. Yet at the journey's ending, there will be no gap, no distance between truth and you. And all illusions walking in the way you travel will be gone from you as well, with nothing left to keep the truth apart from God's completion, holy as himself. Step back in faith and let truth lead the way. You know not where you go, but one who knows goes with you. Let him lead you with the rest. When dreams are over, time has closed the door on all things that passed, and miracles are purposeless. The Holy Son of God will make no journeys. There will be no wish to be illusion rather than the truth. And we step forth toward this as we progress along the way that truth points out to us. This is our final journey, which we make for everyone. We must not lose our way, for as truth goes before us, so it goes before our brothers who will follow us. We walk to God. Pause and reflect on this. Could another way be holier or more deserving of your effort, of your love, and of your full intent? What way could give you more than everything, or offer less and still content the Holy Son of God? We walk to God. The truth that walks before us now is one with Him and leads us to where He has always been. What way but this could be a path that you would choose instead? Your feet are safely set on the road that leads the world to God. Look not to ways that seem to lead you elsewhere. Dreams are not a worthy guide for you who are God's son. Forget not that He placed His hand in yours and given you your brothers in His trust, that you are worthy of His trust in you. He cannot be deceived. His trust has made your pathway certain and your goal secure. You will not fail your brothers nor yourself. And now He asks but that you think of Him a while each day, that He may speak to you and tell you of His love, reminding you how great His trust, how limitless His love, in your name and His own, which are the same. We practice gladly with this thought today. I will step back and let Him lead the way, for I would walk along the road to Him. Yea, I will step back and let Him lead the way. Who is Him? Him would be the Holy Spirit. It's letting the Holy Spirit lead from now on. So there's nothing that you need to evaluate in terms of worldly things. All the reasons that you seem to have for doing anything you seem to do are not even true. Doesn't mean, you can't find yourself saying, like myself today, I found myself saying, I changed my mind about going to the dance because it's too crowded, right? And I noticed that. I'm like, is that true? No, it's not. Because the decision not to go to the dance came before the perception that it was too crowded. The decision is actually made ahead of time, before even the perception. So I will step back and let Him lead the way means all you're listening to is the Holy Spirit. You're not listening to the ego's voice. Okay, first thing I got the perception is too crowded. Next thing I do is check in and see if that aligns for me today, right? And really what that means is Holy Spirit. I'm always keeping the Holy Spirit in mind. I'm always keeping the guidance in mind because I know that's my perfect happiness. So in that case, I could just check in my body's energy field and sense if anything is aligned. If something is aligned, I'll feel a call, a pull. Now, originally, I felt the pull toward the place that I thought I was going to dance. That doesn't mean that part of it is wrong. Everything is perfectly orchestrated. Me showing up there, me talking to a couple people, getting my money back, driving back home, all that is perfectly orchestrated by the Holy Spirit. So letting the Holy Spirit lead the way is meaning that we're not painting it with painting this illusion with any kind of guilty thoughts. Making ourselves out to be guilty, analyzing, not trusting ourselves, not trusting the Holy Spirit, not that trusting ourselves to listen to the Holy Spirit, for instance. And that's always right now. So listening is always right now. The Holy Spirit has your atonement in mind. So that means that anything that speaks of any guilt, evaluation, non-trust, anything like that, it's just all meaningless. It's just all meaningless. The fact is, I showed up at the dance to the parking lot and then I left. That's the fact. The idea that I left because of another reason, whether I speak that out or not, I know that it's not true. Okay. And the more I know that it's not true, the more it'll actually change the way I speak. So my focus is on that, not on trying to change my language. Whatever I say is perfect. Whatever you say is perfect. It's exactly as it needs to be. Look at everything that you get a perception of is mirroring your process, mirroring this process of purification, the state of mind that you are right now, and also reflecting what can be more, what's left to be purified more. So that allows you to be released of anything that holds you apart from perfect happiness, again, which is God's will for you. So I will step back and let him lead the way, allows your day to be made beautiful, allows you to have a good day. It also shortens the amount of time it takes for you to awaken. It helps your brothers just stepping back and listening to the Holy Spirit. All you're doing is listening to the Holy Spirit. He's leading, the Holy Spirit is leading the way in thought. That might seem like he's also telling you what to do. This will is your will. Make sure that when you're listening, this aligns with happiness. It aligns with your happiness. So that's what the checking in and seeing what's in alignment with my happiness right now. And then that's it. Nothing's wrong. Nothing needs to be fixed. Nothing needs to change. Whatever decision you make needs no explanation. So it's like, truthfully, the decision would just be, that's what it was. There's no explanation is okay, because remember, you are interacting with people who don't know that this world is an illusion. So it doesn't really do you or them any good to speak as if the world isn't here to people that would be too much truth for them. If they see that much truth, that would be too much. Not that they would see it just because you said it. But there's nothing for you to force, no outcomes, no teachings. You don't have to give anyone any teaching. That's what I mean. That's why you just let everything that comes out of your mouth be perfect. And everything that you perceive yourself doing be also perfect, because that's exactly what it is. It can't be any different. The Holy Spirit is orchestrating it. You don't even have to think about what you say. See, when you do think you're thinking about what you're going to say, that's the ego. The Holy Spirit is way more automatic than that. If you do find yourself thinking about what you're going to say, see if you could think the most loving thing. Ask for the most loving thing. That's how you get back to the Holy Spirit. What's the most loving thing that includes everyone? Picture your friend or person that you want to say something to as smiling in response to whatever it is that you're thinking of saying. That's a really good way to use that if you feel like you just have to think about what you're going to say to someone. Because you really don't have to do that. It really is when you allow your heart to rest in love. Whatever needs to be said is just going to be said, and then there's no second guessing yourself or anything like that. So step back and let him lead the way out of sacrifice and deprivation, which it mentioned a couple times in this lesson. The ego would have you be in sacrifice and deprivation, or trying to make someone else sacrifice and be deprived. But the truth is that the Holy Spirit is working for the benefit of all of us. And God's will for all of us is our happiness. And we achieve that for ourselves and help our brothers see too by stepping back and letting the Holy Spirit lead the way. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening with this thought in quiet, listening to the Holy Spirit, and think about it at least once an hour. Set your timers to think about it at least once an hour. Eventually, you'll be thinking on God all day long. And boy, is that a joy. Have a beautiful practice. I love you. Ahui ho.